changes. If I stand up on this table and look down at the floor, it's very different than if I lie on the floor and look at it. It's completely different. It doesn't mean I'm lying. And we used to have a democracy where what people had was an exchange of views. That's what we called it. But that doesn't happen now, because an exchange of views mean I say something, you say something, I agree with a bit you said, you agree with a bit I said, and then we both come away and we maybe change our position a little bit, or we differ, and we move on, or we both agree to disagree. And that was how we moved on and learned. But now you can't. If you deviate from the narrative, a label is put on you. And that's incredibly dangerous. And I think that's what's happening here. And the reason why they've probably got away with it is there has been, and it's probably linked to the left as well, there's been a hollowing out of activity in society, of activism, of ordinary people organising for them. We've been through hard times in Europe. There were the austerity years where people in our country were pauperised and made carry the debts of the bankers. We saw that in Greece and other countries as well. Life was difficult. We'd COVID where people were locked down and driven feckin' mad, so these things are there. So it's difficult for people to organise. But a lot of the trade unions lost their way. That space of activism was gone as well. So people aren't engaged and not involved. And if you're not engaged and you're not involved, well then, and you're coming home and you're tired from work, or you're in a precarious job and you just want to flop in front of the television with a ready-made dinner and watch something else, well then they can get away with the stuff that they're getting away with. And that's kind of why we're in the place where we are. They've allowed get to that space where people aren't questioning. Now things are changing now. They're beginning to change through loads of things, through people watching a live stream genocide, through people in Europe pauperised under a massive cost of living crisis. People don't have the luxury of not doing anything. But the reason why they're attacking ideas is that, it was Malcolm X who said, the media are the most powerful organisation in the world. They have the ability to make the guilty innocent and the innocent guilty. And that's what they are. And whether that's on mainstream media or it's in social media, that is kind of the power that they use. And the only way you can contradict that, and we can use social media as much as we're still kind of getting away with it, but ultimately that will probably be snookered as well. And there's no replacement for activism, for grassroots activism. And we probably have to get to a stage where big corporations or states don't control the media, that we have more cooperative or collective action between the people who work there, between the communities, between the people involved who police that information. Because we're the only ones, because information changes. Everybody knows the difference between a big lie, like for me saying, that is a chair, of me saying, well, I think that's a nice drink. And Andrea goes, well, I don't. I think it's desperate. So, we can both have an opinion on something, and I think people know the difference.